Do you have a really old radio in your car, or are you looking to upgrade your current system? Then you've got to check this one out. We had absolutely no experience with car installations, wiring, or sound systems, and I'm so excited that we were able to pull this off with YouTube University. Our older vehicle's radio had stopped working. The digital display had faded out so badly that you couldn't adjust the station or sound or speakers, so only one speaker was working. Plus, we really wanted to have something that would connect our phone to be able to use for maps, and this was the perfect kit for us. This includes a wiring remote, front dash cam, rear camera, digital touchscreen display, and a couple of trim pieces, although you probably will need to get a couple of additional supplies. For this installation, we also got a bracket to easily mount the rear camera to the license plate without drilling any holes, as well as a wiring kit specific to our vehicle and a dash trim kit specific to our vehicle as well. As you can see, most of the wires are color-coded from the additional wiring kit to connect the car to the display system. You can solder them together, or I just used electrical tape on these, double-checking the functionality of each of the wires before connecting them. We don't have steering wheel controls, so we got rid of those. And an important thing to note is that the ground wires and the ground brake bypass wire need to be connected together. And anything else that isn't going to be used, like the steering wheel controls in our case, needed to be taped off as well. The dash trim easily pulls off, but just double check to find out where your specific make and model trim clips are located so that you can ensure that you're not going to break anything. Plugging everything in was really simple with just 3 connectors to the car and a handful of connections to the display, and then we tested the functionality to make sure that each of the wires were connected correctly. After that, just tape everything up to keep everything in place nicely, and I used a couple of zip ties as well to keep anything from moving around. One of the more intimidating parts of this, of course, was the rear camera. To do this, you'll need to find a way to have all the wiring go all the way to the back. In a car or SUV, this can likely go around the headliner or floorboard, sucked into the trim, and into the panel by the taillight or up against the glass. With a truck like we have, you'll either need to drill a hole in the back of the passenger compartment, or since we have a bed liner, we opted to just go under the vehicle to run the wiring. The best piece of advice that we found for this was to connect the wires around the main wiring harness. This harness has no moving parts, no super hot areas, nothing that would normally damage wires. We used zip ties to go from the front of the car all the way to the back license plate, and then installed the camera with a couple of screws, no drilling needed. For the functionality of the camera, we ran the wire up the taillight. This can be removed with 2 bolts usually, but just look it up for your make and model. Connect the wires, and after testing, make sure to tape this up as well. We use pigtail tie-ins so that you don't have to sever the light. Use a multimeter or trial and error to find the hot wire and connect your tie-in to the hot wire and the red wire of the reverse camera and press together to clip everything together, and of course tape it up. The black wire needs to be connected to a metal bolt on the frame of the vehicle in order to ground it. Reinstall the taillight, and when you put the car in reverse, you'll activate the rear light and put the car in drive, and it will activate the dash cam. The entire installation should take a couple of hours to figure out, but we've learned so much along the way, and it really was a pretty simple process when you chunk it up into parts. This unit was amazing as an all-in-one buy for an incredible price, and I couldn't be happier with how much nicer it makes our trips. Get yours here while supplies last.